You know what it is, man. It's your boy Mesa, and thank you for tuning in with Cooking with Mesa. On today's episode, we're gonna cook up a couple legendary dishes that I grew up on. Something that fed a lot of mouths when there wasn't a lot of money in the household. So the first dish we're gonna make today is gonna be white rice, fried eggs, and sweet plantains. And then from there, we're gonna jump on to, since we're already gonna have some white rice and sweet plantains cooked, we're gonna move into some breaded chicken cutlets that I already got made over here. But most importantly, we're gonna teach you how to make some chickpeas, beans, basically garbanzos is what we call it. And it goes with the white rice and the breaded chicken, the sweet plantains. Boom, take you to it. So without further ado, let's get to it. First step, we're gonna make the rice. You know what I mean? I already got it portioned out over here. 2 cups over here. So the way rice works is depending on how many cups you use, you gotta use the same cup to fill it up with water. So since I use 2 cups of rice, it gets 2 cups of water. But most importantly, with rice, what you do is that you gotta wash the rice before you could even start cooking it. So I'm gonna dump it in my rice maker over here. I'm gonna bop over here to the sink, and I'm gonna wash the rice a good rinse and a good wash with some cold and hot water. So for those of you that don't know who I am and are just tuning in and getting tuned in with what I do, I go by the name of Mesa. I'm a hip hop artist out of Western New York, New Jersey, and I've been doing music since I was 16 years old. And growing up Cuban, because that's where my background is from. Growing up Cuban, you grow up learning a lot of household things, how to cook, how to clean, how to stay organized. And cooking was one of the things that I picked up. And, kept practicing throughout the years and ended up becoming pretty good at it. I guess that's what people say. They like trying my food. So we're going to pour this water out. You see, when you pour it out, the water's going to be kind of whitish. That's just you cleaning the water out. You kind of want the water to be clear when you're done rinsing it. So I always do one good rinse and then a second warm one, kind of to finish it off. Spin it around. Get a good rinse in there. So yeah, like I was saying, man, I do hip hop music. So those who want to check me out, follow me on the Instagram at Mr. 100 Summers, Mr. 100 Summers. And if you go on YouTube, or if you're on my YouTube channel already as you're watching this, make sure you subscribe, hit the link below, comment, all that good stuff. So we're gonna start putting the water in the rice to make. We're gonna do 2 cups, right? Boom. I do always like a little extra splash. Doesn't hurt. Can't do too much though. We're gonna come over here to the rice maker. For those of you that don't know how to make rice, buy yourself a rice maker and make your life much easier. Literally takes 15-20 minutes to make. Set it and forget it. Now for the rice. Everybody got their own little techniques that they do. I'm gonna show you mine because this is cooking with Mesa, of course. But I like to use extra virgin olive oil mostly for everything. A lot of people use grapeseed oil, You can use whatever you like, you know what I mean? Me personally, I use Goya extra virgin olive oil. So what I do is that I come and I stir it over here in the rice, pour it in there. Nice generous amount of olive oil. Some people just do salt, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that. I do sea salt, right? Come in here, and I get a good amount of salt in there. Boom. A lot of people don't do this, but some people do. But I also add garlic powder in there. This is my favorite garlic powder. If you take a good close look at it, it's called La Flor. I add garlic powder. Use it for everything. Pizza, you name it. So I add some of this in the white rice. Also gives it some good flavor. And that's simple, man. For the ladies that's watching me, you want to cook for your man. You want to make something good for him. You know, rice is a good base for all men. Men like to eat like real heavy sometimes, and go a long way with just having a pot of rice. You can figure out the rest, especially for the Spanish men. We're gonna put a top on that. We're gonna hit cook, and that's in the works. We got some time, so what I'm gonna start to do is that I'm gonna boil the potatoes that we're gonna use for the beans. Some people, me personally, I like to boil them a little bit first, you know what I mean? And then get them nice and soft, then throw them in the beans while the beans are already cooking, so it doesn't take that long for them to cook inside of the beans. Go back to my cutting table. You know, they're pretty big now. I'm gonna chop them down a little bit. I keep the skin too. I ain't mad at it. For me, you can peel it off, whatever your preference is. Me personally, I keep it. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm chopping them down to the size that I want to dump them in the beans. You know what I mean? So that way, when they're done boiling, all I gotta do is just transfer them into the beans. So we started a whole new series of cooking with Mesa. A lot of good episodes coming up, a lot of special guests. But I figured I'd get started on some content as well. And that's why we're here today, to whip something up for the people. I got a pot already with some water that's already starting to boil. And we're gonna come and dump this in over here. Let that do what it do. So the potatoes gotta boil now. The rice has to get made. When I get to fry the eggs are gonna get made pretty quick. So all we're really waiting on right now is the rice to be made. So I can finish showing you how to make the first dish that I mentioned, which is fried eggs with white rice and sweet plantains. The sweet plantains, I got them a couple days ago at the supermarket. Preferably, when you're talking about sweet plantains, you want them to be black like this. The blacker they are, the softer they are, the sweeter they're gonna be. I guess in the meantime, while we wait for the rice to be made, and while we wait for the potatoes to be boiled for the beans, what I could show you right now is how to make the base for the beans, which is called sofrito. So it's basically called like sofrito. It's like the base, like whenever you cook these ingredients, I call it the Holy Trinity. If you were watching my first episode of Cooking with Mesa, I made picadillo, and it's usually the base for every type of Spanish dish that you can imagine. So I got over here some peeled garlic, I got a tomato, got a white onion, and I got a yellow bell pepper. And that is the base for a sofrito. I also got some cilantro, some fresh cilantro right here, which is amazing, really good for you. And I also got some chorizo, some Spanish chorizo. You can use any brand you like, but for garbanzos, I preferably use these, the Goya ones. And I got a little bit of tomato paste. I got some tomato sauce. I use a little bit of this, not too much, maybe like a teaspoon of this cooking base by Goya. It's a sofrito on top of the one that I'm already gonna make. And for the garbanzos, people like to use the bags. You gotta be real good at how to make the beans from scratch from the bags. You gotta let them soak the night before. It's a little bit more of a process. When you on the go, these will work just as fine. They're just as good. They in the can and ready. You know what I mean? Boom. So let's start with our sofrito. beautiful yellow bell pepper I picked up in the market just a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna give this a good wash. Yeah, man, so, I've been rapping since I was like 16 years old, man. Like I said, I started battle rapping in my hometown, and I became pretty popular when I started battle rapping. Once I got a little older and I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, that's when I started taking it a little bit more serious, just in general, on the business aspect, or even just in the craft in itself, recording music, writing music, and stuff like that. I'm currently an independent artist. Currently I have over 35 million streams on Spotify, and I'm pretty proud of that accomplishment. Independent is the wave right now, and ownership is key. So all my young brothers tuning in. So we're gonna chop the bell peppers like in little strips, but then we're gonna come across and cut it in a little bit cubes. We're gonna do it the same to every cut that we make. Growing up, my favorite rapper, still is my favorite rapper of all time, is Tupac. I love the message that he had for the world, or what he was trying to accomplish. And I got a whole bunch of lists, but we're not gonna get into who my favorite rapper. But just to give you an idea, of who I like, kind of gives you the type of influence I have. Kind of maybe will give you an idea when you listen to my music of why I rap the way I rap. So we're gonna put these bell peppers over here on the plate. We're gonna let them chill. We're gonna let them vibe out. We're gonna let them relax, cool it. We're gonna wait for the rest of the Holy Trinity to show up and make magic. One tomato is fine, you know what I mean? Nice little rinse over here. Come chop it right here. Then right down the middle, booyaka. We bring it straight to you. Same thing, little rolls, turn into little squares. So yeah, man, a lot of these dishes were so affordable. And like I said, you could feed 5, 6 people off of a pot of rice, a pot of beans. You know what I mean? And like I said, sometimes there wasn't, we're gonna throw these right here. Sometimes there wasn't any meat in the house to eat. So we resolved to whatever, it is, we can make it happen. And rice, fried eggs, I swear to God, it's like a gourmet meal. It's like maybe you prefer that meal over a gourmet meal. That's how good it is, man. For anybody that's ever tried it before. So usually I run with a red onion. Today I feel like running with a white onion for some reason. I don't know why. But I think a little more than half will do right here. Peel the layer off the onion. You gotta work clean, man. When you cooking, make sure you work clean as you go. Trust me. You're gonna be better off. Nice onion. Same thing. Rose. Nice little rose. Chop, chop, chop. We're gonna let that settle right here. I'm telling you, man, once this stuff hits the pan, once you heat up that olive oil, and this hits the pan, it's like next level. I don't know. It takes over. The smell takes over the whole house. And if anybody's walking in while you're doing it, everybody's gonna be like, "What are you cooking?" And it's just that. You know what I mean? It's just the basics. So we got here Spanish chorizo, delicious. You cannot make garbanzos, chickpea, beans without having this in it. It's law. You know what I mean? And this gets sauteed with the onions, the peppers, the tomatoes, and the garlic. Got a lot of good episodes coming for you guys this season. Hope everybody fucks with it. Subscribe, let people know. Tune into the show. Alright, we got this chopped down to size. And this is also going to come to its resting place right here. Boom. Get rid of the garbage. Okay, so then for the garlic, I used to chop garlic with a knife till my grandmother gave me this device here. And you're supposed to mash the garlic. Let me tell you, it comes out 100 times better than me chopping it. And for some reason, I don't know, I feel like it even tastes better. If you got one, if you got to, holler at your grandmother, tell her to let you borrow this. I have no idea what it's called. I just know this shit works. Throw a couple cloves in there. Me, I like garlic, so I throw a couple, more than a couple. And you start to mash. Some you gotta cover your hand with it because the garlic pops out. So. And it's much faster than doing it with a knife. Knife would have taken me, probably like 2-3 minutes. With this, I'm done in under a minute. It's almost done if I show you. It works miracles. Check it out. Here, take a look on this camera. Look how the garlic comes out. I would have been chopping forever with the knife. But with this, done deal, under a minute. We're gonna rub that garlic out and lay it at its resting place. Yes. The Holy Trinity. So far, you know what I mean? We got our sofrito, our base for the beans, all cooked, ready to hit the pan with the olive oil. I use a packet of this. It's another Goya product. Goya better cut that check. Okay? We'll talk about that later. But anyways, this has culantro and achote. That's what it's called. Comes in a little orange packet. And it comes in this box. Okay, what I'm gonna do, since we got time, depending on how the race is looking, because sometimes I'll just throw it in the pan, but I'm gonna sprinkle this on top over here, because that's where it's going anyways. One packet of that is sufficient. Okay, then can't forget about my cilantro. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna chop some cilantro. Rice is almost done. So now that I got everything I need, pretty basic, I'm gonna throw this in the saute pan with olive oil once the potatoes are done. I'm gonna let that bubble up in there. Like I said, I got some breaded chicken. I'm not gonna show you how to make that today, but it's already on deck as you see over here, breaded chicken. And you know, that's simple egg wash. You season it at your liking, egg wash, or whatever type of breading you like, you know what I mean? And then since soon we will be making the fried eggs, I guess we could start chopping the sweet plantain down. So we're gonna come over here, boom. And we're gonna give it a slice like on the edge. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Boom. See how I open right there? Boom. Boom. Come over here and cut this other one too. So like I said, the blacker it is, the sweeter it's gonna be. Keep the cut nice and smooth. Not too much, not too hard. Keep it right off. Boom. I usually like to cut slices like this. That's how mostly everybody does it. But like I said, you cook it however you want, you know what I mean? Whatever your liking is. Booyaka. We're gonna let these sit over here on plate. You see the rice just hit. You know what I mean? That was pretty quick. And for the eggs, you know what I mean? Yo, I only got 2 eggs. Usually that's what we got. You know what I mean? It was 2 eggs with the rice and a couple plantains, and you was golden. You was good to go. You know what I mean? I also got here on the side for the beans, a little bit of Goya adobo. Goya, cut that check, man. I'm telling you, cut that check. A little bit of oregano, garlic powder, which I can add now to its resting place. Ooh, that. Some sea salt, very little though. Okay, rice is done. Rice is done. We about to get into the eggs, boy. So potatoes are in the works. Let me just come over here. So what I do when the rice is done, just to kind of, right now it's piping hot, as you see. To finalize it, I swirl it around, let the steam come out, and then I hit cook again. Take probably like a couple minutes to hit back up again. But it's done already. I just kind of do it double time. That's how your rice is supposed to look if you want to come over here and show the people. You know what I mean? It's going to get fogged up, so just be careful. Yeah, so that rice is looking right. You know what I mean? So now, I'm going to teach you how to make a fried egg. And some people be scared because the oil be spiking up. You just got to know how to do it. You know what I mean? Again, you use whatever oil you like. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. First thing you need to do is let the oil heat up the pan, then hit the oil with the pan. 2 eggs. As far as the egg goes, you know, there's the different quality eggs you can get. I got organic, cage-free, grade A large eggs. Free of roaming, hens fed vegetarian diet, no antibiotic or hormones. Listen, you can taste the difference. These are cage-free eggs. That's what I've been fucking with lately. You only need 2 of them. Or depending how many eggs you want to eat, you know what I mean? But now the eggs get done pretty quick. This is really a quick meal that you can make literally under half hour. You can make the rice, fry the eggs and sweet plantains, and you'll be all set to go. You'll be feeding the whole family, you know what I mean? Thanks to Cooking with Mesa. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at Mr. 100 Summers. And get in tune with the music too. You might check it out. But this ain't about music. This is about that food we whipping up in that kitchen. You know what I mean? All right. You know what I mean? The pan's hot. We're gonna pour a generous amount of olive oil in there. And we're gonna let that pan heat up. We're gonna keep that pan lit because as soon as we're done frying the egg, we're gonna fry the sweet plantain. Rice just hit. So we're gonna serve that just to have that on decky. Like Becky. Yo, little lesson right here. Get yourself a little bowl like this. If you don't want to just serve the rice on some crazy shit, you want to like work on presentation or whatnot, come over here. Boom. All right, you mash it in there. Boom. A lot of y'all probably know this trick, but for the ones that don't, you know what I mean? It's good to know. Bowl the rice in there. Boom. Now, 2 things you can do with it. You just gave it like a nice placement, like it's gonna look nice, and also you can keep it warm while we make the eggs and the plantains. Now watch out with the yolk. Hopefully, when you guys are doing this, you don't break the yolk, because the whole point of this dish is to not break the yolk. You see, we came out successful this time, but that doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful. And it's gonna do this, it's gonna spike up. The oil's gonna spike up, it's gonna get all crazy. And you know, you're thinking whether, oh, do I gotta flip it around? Some people flip it around. The way I was taught is that I take that same oil that it's in and I splash it on top. Splash it on top. And as you're splashing the oil on top, it's already doing what you would have done if you would have flipped it over. And you ain't gotta worry about maybe I'll break the yolk on the way down. Now remember, look how that rice comes out. It's a quick process. It can't be in there too long, because then you ruin the whole point of the dish, which is to have the yolk dripping all over the rice. Okay? Boom. We're gonna get straight to it, and we're gonna throw our sweet plantains in there. So yeah, my mother and father, they was born in Cuba, and I was born in Miami, Florida. And then when I was about under 1 year old, we moved up to West New York, New Jersey. And that was in the 80s. Shit, I've been here ever since. I've gone back and lived back in Florida just to kind of check it out, but kind of East Coast, I'm kind of like an up north kid now. You know, it's hard to take it out of me. For this, I'm gonna whip out the tongs just because it's better for me to work all of them and flip them. And what you want to do with these, because they're so tender that they get cooked pretty quick. You want to keep flipping them around. You don't want them to burn, and you can't keep your eye off them either. Usually what I do with this is I get a plate, get a napkin, throw the napkin on the plate, That way it soaks up all the grease. And for all my vegan friends, man, I just spoke to my friend David Vega today. Been a vegan for a lot of years now. He's the one that actually put me onto the vegan lifestyle. And I was telling him that, you know, I'm gonna be at the house today working on some cooking shows. And he told me, yo, we gotta do a vegan episode. So stay tuned, because we're gonna have a little vegan episode. I'm gonna have him come through, and we're gonna chef some things up. You know what I mean? So we done, man. We at the finish line with the first dish, and this is what you want it to look like: fried eggs with sweet plantains. I'm telling you, this fed an army in my household, and in a lot of Spanish people's households when they didn't have nothing to eat. And it's absolutely delicious. Last final step you do is add some salt, top of the egg, and shit. Let's get to it, baby. You know, me personally, I stab the yolk with, you know what I mean? Let that drip out, mix it in with the rice. You know what I mean? Cut a piece of the plantain. God damn. God damn. Yo. Official. God damn. I mean, shit. Let that, you want that yolk. That yolk all up in there. I'm done. Amazing. We're gonna move on to the beans. Oh my God, delicious. So the potatoes are done. I just gotta transfer them out. I'm gonna use this same pot for the beans. So yeah, they're nice and tender. I gotta just transfer this out. Transfer it out to another pot. So we gonna get right to it. Olive oil, hands heating up. Throw a little bit of olive oil in there. So that first dish, man, shoot, fish. These beans though, oh man, these beans are delicious. We're gonna start. We're just gonna throw everything in there. It's like one big family. They know what they're doing. They've been here for generations doing what they're doing right now. We're just gonna throw that in there. Oh yeah. Lower the heat a little bit on this. Let it actually get sauteed. This is when I come and I add a little garlic powder, little adobo, little oregano, little sea salt. I mean, you smell it already, man. You know what I mean? It hasn't even really started working, and you smell it already. Spin it around, spin those ingredients in there. I'm gonna come over here. This is the sofrito I told you about. Like I said, a teaspoon, not too much. We're gonna dump it in there. Give it some extra flavor. I'm gonna take my tomato paste, not too much. About that much is good. Dump it in there. Some tomato sauce. Not too much. Get about 3 of those. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll add some more depending on how it looks. Come back. Stir. There, all them ingredients in there. So we got the pan ready with the oil. So when we're gonna go make the breaded chicken, we just throw maybe a little bit more oil in there, and we'll lightly bread that chicken. As soon as we feel like the beans are gonna be done, we already got the sweet plantains made, and we already got rice made. So all we really gotta do is fry the chicken and make the beans. So now the beans are similar to the rice, you know what I mean? Depending on the size of the can, and it's depending how much water you're gonna add to it, and you could use the same can. So at this point, that's how the sofrito looks right now, and it's basically ready to go. We're gonna pour the beans in there and make it super, super official and get all that good stuff blended in there. Now in my case, I got some water here from the potatoes that's already piping hot, and it's got the juice from the potatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop some of this water out and pour some in there. I'm gonna come over here and stir the beans. And I'm gonna come over here. Throw them potatoes in there. I might have made too much. Kind of always happens for some reason. So I'm probably gonna leave some of them out. Next time just use 2 and you'll be alright. Now, some people don't like their beans too thick, so you could just add more water, make them less thick. I like them thick, so I try to balance it out with the water. This seems like a good enough balance for me. Okay, and we're gonna let these beans cook. That should be quick. It shouldn't take too long for that. I guess you can cut now. So yo, we almost at the end of the episode. The rice is done, the plantains are done, the beans are done. I got the olive oil being heated up for our breaded chicken, and we're gonna get right to it, man. We're gonna finish it off strong. As that's doing what it do, we got our rice right there. We're gonna make a little room. There's a lot of people, they don't like their beans on top of the rice. Some people like it on the side. It also looks prettier too. In this case, I'm gonna serve it on the side. You can serve it on top. The beans are done. That's what they're supposed to look like. So you got so far, once the breaded chicken is done, add the chicken on top of that. You got yourself a gourmet meal. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Breaded chicken, white rice, garbanzo beans, sweet plantains. Full dish right here. Listen, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Feel free to make this at home. If you got any questions, hit me up on the Instagram about these recipes at Mr. 100 Summers. Or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Damn, that's about it, man. Thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Cooking with Mesa, bro. To the next episode, it's your boy signing out. Peace.